Good evening, people. Welcome to TongFu and compLexity, the game number 3 for Beyond the Summit World Tour, where we will see which one of these two teams is going to be knocked out of the competition. And I am here with GoDZ to see that happening. Welcome. And stuff.
Welcome as well to the Beyond the Summit World Tour for your, I guess, your first live stream on here. It's not the official one, but it's still a stream nonetheless to all the people who want to see this game.
Yeah. All the fans out there. And
yeah,
what do you expect for this game? Because we have now seen two games with two very different endings, of course. One very convincing for TongFu, and one very convincing for compLexity. What do you expect?
I'm expecting craziness. It's game 3. Anything can happen, and compLexity, I mean, we'll see what strategy they have in mind here. I mean, I think game 2, running with the jungle hero, worked out well for them. I think they may want to do something similar here. The big difference was that game 1 Chen was banned, game 2 it wasn't. So we'll see if Chen gets banned out here, if some other powerful heroes slip through. TongFu, I mean, they've had Hao playing Morphling 2 games in a row. Maybe compLexity decides to ban it out this time.
Yeah, well, compLexity is going the route of TongFu in the previous game. Well, not with the Chen ban out, but at least banning out heroes that are very strong in pushing. Of course, due to the what's it called? Due to the coin toss, compLexity has first pick and Dire, and we see TongFu actually banning out the exact same heroes as compLexity did in the previous game. So let's see what compLexity doesn't want to fight again, if they're gonna let that Morphling indeed slip through again, because so far TongFu has been picking it up before the second ban phase, so you can almost count on them picking it up again if compLexity doesn't ban it out.
And very interestingly, compLexity have banned out Chen, a hero they used in game 2, and they play really well with, but they're the ones who decided to ban it out this game, and I think it's because there's so many powerful heroes left in the pool. I mean, Darkseer and Prophet are both still there. For one of the rare occasions, Darkseer actually lost last game, and compLexity with the first pick, they ban out the Tinker here, a hero TongFu used really well in game number 1. Not surprised to see that banned out, but I feel they're going to be looking to take either Prophet or Darkseer with this first pick. Maybe go for their sort of one of their signature heroes, the Darkseer in that side lane solo.
Well, they have every opportunity to, because one of the two will go through regardless, and I kind of think that TongFu is gonna let both through, just to make sure that they can get one of them. Even though the Darkseer didn't work out as intended in the previous game, because of course they lost with it, it is still a very strong hero to have. So if they're either the Darkseer or the Nature's Prophet, if they can pick that one up, that will be strong. Unless they, of course, they just detest playing versus a Darkseer, which some teams just do. So. We'll see.
Yep. Well, I mean, they tested playing against it, and they came out on top in that game too. And if there's any to do it is a tournament like this leading up to the international, the tournament that really counts, where you can test how these heroes work, whether it's worth letting them through. And TongFu are going to do just that. I think leaving Darkseer in the pool is the right decision here, because there's Prophet as well. So compLexity now, they take either the Prophet or the Darkseer in. Well, I mean, considering how they did against Darkseer last game, this may be a first pick Prophet. Maybe we'll see neither. Maybe they'll completely shock me with heroes like Invoker as well still in the pool. But this does look like first pick Prophet or Darkseer, with TongFu taking whichever one they don't take.
Yeah, because otherwise you're gonna give both away, and that's also something that you might not want to see. And we saw, of course, the jungling Darkseer already, and so those two heroes, which you normally don't see on the same team, for TongFu, they would really work really well together with just one on the side solo and one in the jungle, and indeed it's going to be Darkseer first pick up for compLexity, so they have their enabler. Let's see what combinations they can make with that, as TongFu will knock some heroes out of their hero range, with picking up 2 heroes next.
Yeah, compLexity are not a team I would expect to ever really run a jungle Darkseer. I think almost definitely this will be a side lane solo Darkseer, either at top or bottom. It doesn't have to go bottom lane. They always have the potential to run a tri lane at bottom. But almost definitely it'll be Hannah Montana playing that in a side lane solo. So TongFu now, what do they want? They could go the Prophet and the Morphling. They pick up the Rubik. Prophet's still in the pool. No, not for long. Rubik and Prophet. This is a strong duo of heroes. And now compLexity have to be worried about the Morphling. Do they take it here, or do they give possibly TongFu a third pick Morphling as well? I feel this may be compLexity forced into picking up Morphling.
Yeah, but they have 2 picks now. They could pick up, for example, if they pick up now the Tidehunter and the Enigma, they are looking so strong, with only, of course, on the other side, you have that Rubik that's threatening to take all your ultimates, but it would be still a good combination. I mean, we saw it not work in the previous game for TongFu with the Tidehunter and the Darkseer, but that Enigma might just make the change. And also, of course, the jungle hero for them. I mean, of course, Enchantress is still on the pool as well, so they could pick that one up still. And if they want to pick up the Morphling though, they would have to do it now.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I think it's a hero that maybe TongFu don't go for the Morphling with their third pick. It's not. I don't think it's a given. Should they played it the last 2 games, it is a hero they like to play, but I think it will, if not get picked up third by TongFu, or get banned out by one of the 2 teams. So now's the time to pick it up. But compLexity, I mean, they do all right. I mean, TC can play the Morphling, but he generally prefers to go for some of those other heroes like the Tiny. I mean, they even run heroes like Juggernaut. They've got sort of more versatile heroes, not so much more versatile, but more sort of unusual heroes they like playing a farming role. For now, though, they pick up the Invoker for Geo. They picked up their 2 solos, though. So the last 3 heroes is going to be your sort of your tri lane, or possibly your dual lane and the jungle hero. compLexity don't love the Enchantress. They may want to go for an Enigma here. They're going to go for the Morphling, though, and denying it from TongFu.
Yeah, still having every option open to go still for lane with an Enigma perhaps still. And indeed, a Morphling, of course, Vacuum Weaveform is very strong. I'm just thinking about, you know, Darkseer, you're looking for those combinations, and it is possible also with the Vacuum, with Invoker, Deafening Blast, and Meteor and stuff like that, but one of those combinations is not really the Darkseer's strength. I mean, I'm kind of missing those AoE abilities, maybe from a Tidehunter, from a Black Hole, from a Sand King, just something to combine a Darkseer with, which is, of course, they have still 2 picks open, so it could definitely be one of those. Can't ban them all out, but it's kind of something I miss right now.
Yeah, and they're going to pick up the How Anti-Mage. This is going to be How playing the Anti-Mage. They picked up a carry of their own. After the Morphling gets picked up by compLexity, they have 2 options. Get the hard carry of their own, which they go for, or go for a very early to mid-game aggressive push strategy. They did that in Game 1, being very aggressive with the Tinker, but this game there's no Tinker. This game there's not many aggressive heroes left. They pick up a hard carry, and they're going to be looking to get How very, very farmed on that hero, and that's a concern for compLexity. But compLexity, well, their lineup's pretty much set in stone. That all they can really pick up with these last 2 heroes is going to be their 2 support heroes, and that's going to be maybe a jungle hero like Enigma, and then a hero like, well, Veno, Shadow Demon, heroes like this, heroes which don't really impact the game much. I say they don't impact the game; they always have an impact, but heroes that aren't going to decide the style of play of which compLexity use.
Yeah. We'll see. They're actually going into reserve time for this first ban already. They're really trying to discuss what could break TongFu's lineup now. And they don't have that much time left either. I mean, they're just 15 seconds left into their bonus time. 16 actually. They ban out the Shadow Shaman, so that's 1 support gone, which is actually used in game number 1 from TongFu, together with that Rubik as well, having that tri-lane with that. So they don't want to face that one again, banning out the Shadow Shaman. Makes me wonder if compLexity wants to go for Visage again.
Yeah, Shadow Shaman was actually a hero that compLexity could have gone for themselves, but they decided they'd rather ban it out than run it as a support hero of their own. And TongFu, I mean, this is going to be both teams banning out all those support heroes. The question is what gets left, because both teams need support heroes. Depending on if Rubik is played as support, but if Rubik and Prophet are solos, then, well, the last 4 picks are going to be all supports, and if we see some bans on Venomancer, Crystal Maid, and Shadow Demon, we may see all kinds of crazy picks like Witch Doctor coming through, maybe, I don't know, maybe a Lion support. There's not too many options left. And TongFu, really, I mean, it's, when you get down to it, if all those other supports are banned, where do you go?
Yeah, that is very true. I do think, though, I mean, Enchantress and Enigma are still in and both of these heroes can have potentially a dual lane. I mean, Morphling Crystal Maiden is pretty strong. And that is still open for picks, if they want to go for that. And of course they have first pick, so they can do that. Shadow Demon is still in, of course, as well, which might be a ban out here. But yeah, you're right. Let's see what the next pick is. It wasn't the Tidehunter that got picked up by, or banned out by TongFu. So they don't want to face more combinations with the Darkseer. We might even see an Enigma ban out from them as well. Just
yeah, I think Enigma, I mean, the question is if they're scared of just compLexity picking up strong support heroes like Veno or Shadow Demon, or if they're scared of those teamfight heroes like Tide and Enigma. Enigma could easily jungle, and then compLexity will have some decent lanes, but they might be more scared of the strong laning supports like the Veno, like the Shadow Demon. For now, though, complexity, I mean, they don't really ban out the pure supports, they're banning out Sanking, so, I mean, this is just going to be your standard supports probably getting picked up by complexity at least. We'll see what TongFu want to get. They may still have a solo mid-hero left if Rubik is supporting the anti-mage at bottom.
Yeah. And let's see if this is going to be an Enigma ban out. It will, yeah, it is. So what do we still have left based on team fight? It is just the Earthshaker. And of course one jungle hero left, which is the Enchantress. Well, sorry, one conventional jungle hero left.
Yeah. I think it's fair to say one jungle hero left. Enigma, Enigma.
Storm Spirit.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. You can jungle with a lot of heroes. I mean, you can jungle with Pudge as Puppy proved. You can jungle with Pugna as Snoopy has done from AL. I mean, you can jungle with absolutely anything. But the conventional jungles, the Prophet, the Chen, the Enchantress, and the Enigma. Those four, I would say, are your traditional junglers.
And the Light.
With that said, Nature's Prophet could be a jungle hero. TongFu could run Nature's Prophet in the jungle and then pick up a hero like maybe Puck towards the top lane. I mean, they do play with Puck a lot. VS for now is going to be picked up by complexity, so they want a hero with some auras apparently because they picked VS over some other more common supports like Shadow Demon and Venomancer.
Yeah, and Beastmaster's still in the game as well, and that could, if they go for that, then they might be able to throw Darkseer still in the jungle if they're comfortable in doing that. Even though, like you said, they don't do that all that often. But TongFu is going to be the one that has the last pick, so they can really surprise us with that. If indeed, I mean, it will determine if Nature's Prophet is going to go into the jungle, and if he does, they will probably not wanting to give away that one until the last pick, which is, well, first going to be a support pickup for TongFu. They still have basically every option here. You're breathing into your microphone.
Oh, sorry, that must have been weird. I'll step away from my microphone. Yeah, I think TongFu do have lots. TongFu are the ones with more options here. Complexity sort of tip their hand with those first three picks, whereas TongFu, Nature's Prophet can jungle, like I said, Rubik can play support or solo. They're gonna really think through this fourth pick, and I think it's because they can pick a solo, they can pick a support, they can pick a solo for either mid or top lane. They've got plenty of options.
They can go for basically everything. And Venomancer is gonna be their support. It's very safe.
Yeah. Very safe indeed, and I mean this is still a situation where they can play Rubik mid, they can still do Prophet jungle, they can still do Rubik support and get a solo mid last. So they've only picked one of their supports. You still don't know who's going to be the other supporter if they have a jungle hero. So complexity is still going to be sort of guessing themselves.
Yeah, and they really don't have a lot of time to do that, and they only have 4 seconds into their bonus time and 10 seconds now left for their normal time. So they really have to hurry with this pick. And to be fair, we don't really know yet what they're planning on with the Darkseer. It is indeed going to be a Beastmaster for those auras. So we are probably going to see a Darkseer in the jungle unless, yeah, we are going to see that, I think.
I'm going to be eating my words. I said complexity will not ever run a jungle Darkseer. Well, here they are doing it by the looks of things. I mean, there's not really any other way they can lane this. It's going to be probably Beastmaster in the bottom lane with VS and Morphling at top and Invoker at mid. So this looks like Darkseer jungle. TongFu now, well, they can pretty much anticipate those lanes as well, I imagine.
Yeah, I mean, maybe they just forced into this role by TongFu, knowing that they have the option to go for someone in the jungle, and they just saw Darkseer in the jungle as well. And even though it didn't work out for TongFu, they know it's possible. And hello, Chaos Knight.
Well, there's your. Well, I guess we're going to be seeing a dual lane situation coming from TongFu.
2 dual lanes.
Yeah, 2 dual lanes, and then Prophet probably as the solo top hero would be my guess. They may run a dual lane top because they know Darkseer in the jungle. They can send a dual lane top or maybe even a tri-lane top. I mean, I say they're going to run dual lanes, but Anti-Mage is a hero who can 1v1 a Beastmaster at bottom lane if they really want. If TongFu predict the lanes really well, they can send Anti-Mage solo bottom and run an aggressive tri-lane against the Morphling and look to just shut him down.
Yeah, I really like this last pickup. I mean, they were looking very, very safe, like we said earlier. I mean, with counter push and people that just can't survive. And with that Chaos Knight, as soon as he's level 8, level 9, he's gonna go aggressive. And they really needed something like that. And of course, they are versus the Beastmaster that can do that a bit earlier. But yeah, it definitely fits into their lineup. We'll give Anti-Mage some more time to farm with Chaos Knight just running around and getting everybody's attention like that. And they got a nice courier, the frog.
The frog is my favorite crew as well. It's so cute, and the sad thing is when it dies and it just sits there flapping its wings for like a good 3 minutes of time. But
I must say I've not seen a frog die yet. Oh my god! Now I have a frog. I have got to send it to its doom.
The poor frog. The poor frog.
I was trying not to do it in pub.
I think the Beastmaster pick is partly to lock down the Anti-Mage and to deal with him, and not to mention the auras that they're going to get from BS and Anti-Mage is going to be really powerful, and it's not going to be a Darkseid jungle, I don't think, because it is Fluff and Stuff playing the Beastmaster. I'll completely introduce compLexity. We can switch it around game 3. I think that's fair enough, Sheever. We've got Fluff and Stuff playing the Beastmaster. He's got wards. He looks to be playing a support role or maybe a jungle role. IX Mike on the Vengeful Spirit, TC on the Morphling, Geo playing the Invoker, and then finally on the Dark Series, Hannah Montana.
Yeah, Hannah Montana, then indeed solo lane. Beastmaster support? That is quite surprising, to be fair. I mean, he needs at levels. He needs at level 6. But maybe what might be the possibility here is that he is going to go for support, yes, but he will still be able to farm those Ancients, so he will still get his levels up fairly fast as soon as he's level 5 or level 4 or something like that.
What? I think this is fairly similar to what we saw back in Game 1, what we saw TongFu do, is that they had basically a support Shadow Shaman, and he just uses the jungle pools, and that's I think what Fluff may want to do here, is use all these different pool camps and just get XP from the pool camps. Vengeful Spirit IX Mike's not actually at top lane at the moment, he's lurking around mid lane, but he's going to make his way towards top fairly soon, I think.
Well, he is first a dual lane mid as well. I'll just go over TongFu. We see Mu up on the Chaos Knight in the middle, supported by Kavu. So this is a very dangerous lineup, because this is 2 disables, and Vengeful Spirit will drop from that regardless, and Invoker actually going for Exort, so won't have his invisibility just yet. It will be a dangerous lane. Of course, they kind of need that stun there from the Vengeful Spirit to stop any initiation from happening there. And on the bottom lane we see Sunshine supporting on his Venomancer, up on House on the Anti-Mage. That should come as no surprise. And on the top lane, the last one there is going to be Awoke on his Nature's Prophet. And I'm switching back to the middle lane, because I do think this is going to be the lane with the most action.
Yeah, no, I definitely think the dual lane versus, well, pretty much, yeah, dual lane for the moment for compLexity. I mean, we'll see if VS wants to stay there or make his way top fairly soon, but Morphling can do okay top lane against the Prophet with just a sort of 1v1 matchup. Beastmaster, he's pulling, he's using these camps, he's going to try to look to get XP. He's gone for a smoke at level 1, but I don't think Beastmaster's not really a hero who can get too many ganks. Maybe with the Vengeful Spirit coming with him, but I mean, he can't really gank until he's got the roar to initiate.
Whoa, and first blood was actually on the bottom lane, and that is not where I was expecting it to happen. Be right back. He died. He went actually for level 1 Iron Shell. So that is why he died.
It's okay. Yeah, it's why he died, but you pretty much have to go for Iron Shell level 1, otherwise you're not going to get much farm levels, or, I mean, he's not getting farm and levels anyways, but you want to go for the Iron Shell level 1 and use that to stay in this lane.
Yeah, still getting caught out. I mean, there was a kill, and then Anti-Mage probably blinked towards it. That's a fairly easy kill, and he was, I mean, if we see where he died, that is pretty far forward. If you're just gonna try to get some levels with your Iron Shell, I mean, yeah, risky. It's a risky lane. Venomancer, one of the most aggressive heroes at level 1, and if you get hit by that kill so far away from your tower, you will get taken down.
Yeah, it's a big game of cat and mouse.
Yeah.
You want to get the important thing for Darkseid, the hard thing is getting level 2. Once he gets level 2, he's okay because he can surge himself away when he gets scaled. But getting level 2 is really hard. You have to pop the Iron Shell on creeps, try hide in the jungle, getting XP without getting found. But if you get found, well, you go down, because that Gale at level 1 is one of the longest slows in the game. So a very, very tough lane for him. And now it's going to get even tougher because Venomancer has boots up already and is going to be looking to keep this Darkseid as level 1 as long as possible. So I think Hannah Montana at this point has to go into the jungle. He's going to have to just go jungle, get level 2, level 3, then go back to bottom lane.
Yeah, might be a very good choice. And, well, we might just see him do that, actually. And he is one of those heroes that can actually do that, which is, of course, a bit of a luxury. It will mean that Howl will get a free farm, though. And he is doing okay. So he got 6 for 5. He's been keeping the lane in an equilibrium and just denying and killing, making sure that the tower doesn't get too much last hits, even though right now you see the tower getting last hits.
Yeah. That's the trade-off. If you go for the kills, you'd lose that equilibrium, and you also miss a bit of farm. He blinked past. He probably missed a good 4, 5, maybe 6 creeps because of that kill, and he didn't even get it. He only got the assist. So It's a sacrifice he made to help out this Venom.
Oh wow, he actually got the last hit that I thought he wasn't gonna get, but he blinked towards it. Nice. He doesn't miss that much, just 2.
Yep.
Oh well. Well, I still think the mid lane is going to be very aggressive. As soon as we see Chaos Knight level 3, he's going to look for that Reality Rift. Possibly on the Vengeful Spirit, because she is the only one that can really disrupt the initiation coming from them. And so if they want to go on the Invoker, he's going to be able to get away just with that stun from the Vengeful Spirit helping out. And yeah, Vengeful Spirit would be the target. But she probably knows that, so she's going to be very safe. They actually hide that back at her tower. Haste Rune being picked up by Invoker. And he is Exort, so he will get some extra last hits than, or more last hits than we saw the Invoker getting in a previous game. And he's 4 for 1 right now, with Chaos Knight being 8 for 2, so still advantage of TongFu, purely for that threatening Reality Rift, just for that combination. And what a hell, Anti-Mage, killing off Darkseer once again. This time Anti-Mage was the one to get the kill, and Darkseer still level 1.
And heading right back towards bottom, he's not going to have a very good time there. And it comes down, they've also got that lane ward. The Observer ward in the lane is just really useful, because they know the exact positioning. They know when they can get the kills. They know when Darkseer is playing too aggressive. It's just a very useful thing to have. And Beastmaster, he's smoked up. He's heading mid. This is a roaming Beastmaster coming out from compLexity.
With a boar, so he has the slow. There goes Sunstrike. He's going to try to help out. He's not going to hit anything though. Fatebolt, 1 second stun of Fatebolt. Here comes a Nature's Prophet TPing in. Locks Yeo in his Sprout, but Axis will make sure that doesn't matter anymore. Nature's Prophet on the run, and he should be able to be safe unless Vengeful Spirit wants to go for this. Invoker in a lot of trouble. Moo actually, he is going to have to be the one to get away from this one. Nature's Prophet throwing down some right clicks, and there goes Chaos Knight picking up the kill, and he might actually be able to pick up more here. IX Mike having to run really hard, but not going to be fast enough. Chaos Knight is going to drop here, I think. One more right click, Fluff and Stuff will get it. After Chaos Knight getting a double kill, he goes down, but still worth it as Invoke just chases him down. But Fluff and Stuff will be safe as the TP comes in again from the Invoker. And that's the downside of having I mean, he didn't have a point in Quas yet before that encounter started. He only had the Sunstrike and that missed.
Yeah, compLexity, I think they jumped the gun a bit there. They went in. VS used the stun before Beastmaster was even at the mid lane, so it was just a Quillbeast slow. They couldn't land the Sunstrike. They needed to time it so that they get the stun followed up immediately by those Sunstrikes, but it wasn't there, it didn't happen. And TongFu now up 4 kills to 1, and Anti-Mage, like you mentioned, is really farming well, missing very few creeps.
Yeah, and of course he got that kill up on the Darkseer as well. Darkseer is level 2 right now, has got a surge, so we should not see him die anymore. In theory, of course. I mean, you can never be sure. But Venoman's actually is going to stack. He's not being aggressive anymore. He's just making sure that he helps Anti-Mage, keeping the lane in his corner. Anti-Mage's level 6 already, leveling up very fast.
Yeah, Darkseer at least he's got some levels now. He's got up to level 3. Which doesn't sound like much, but it could be the difference between life and death. Top lane though, TongFu finding IX Mike VS. VS going to find himself running right into a work on the Prophet, drops a stun, goes down to the Rubik, Fadebolt, and now Fluff trying to get a revenge kill. Looks like Carboon may go down. Axis playing with the Cold Snipe. They're going to get the kill. Geo in a bit of trouble. They get the Prophet as well, and Geo, he may live. compLexity. What a gank. The roaming Beastmaster is paying off. Beastmaster now at level 5 as well. Bottle up for the Chaos Knight, trying to escape this one. And it looks like he may do just that. Morphling has another wave. Is there enough damage with the axes? Not going to be enough. It looks like Moo will get out of there. That was close. compLexity, that was impressive.
It was, and actually Morphling being able to pick up one of those kills, very important for him, because he has to stay, he has to keep up with the Anti-Mage, and Anti-Mage getting kills means that he should get some kills too. He's now level 6 as well, so very important kill there, and indeed, I mean, it was an even trade, but I do feel like compLexity got the better of that, even though it's maybe even purely because that Morphling got that kill. It was an even trade, right? Or was it only the Vengeful Spirit going down?
It was just the Vengeful Spirit who died. It was, I think, the Invoker survived. Invoker only died earlier at mid, so it was just the VS. And they got some key heroes, and they're looking for more. They want this Prophet at top. VS, is he going to get the stun? Not going to do so. Prophet going into those trees, and we'll get out of there. Fluff, though, joining out top lane again, has got an early bottle, has got enough gold for some boots now. He's not quite level 6, still a bit of a way to get there, but once he has that roar up, it's going to be compLexity looking to get even more aggressive.
Yeah, I'm quite impressed that he's actually level 5 already. for a roaming supporting Beastmaster,
Yep.
he is definitely doing good. I mean, he has been in, of course, in a lot of kills, and he picked up 2 kills for himself, so getting that as well. But yeah, definitely not bad, and it looks like they're preparing to push in. They're stacking. Well, they're pulling a 1 creep camp, so that is
Yep.
yeah, looking to push down the tower, and it's already half health, so might even be able to get it as well.
Yeah, I think compLexity should get this. I mean, with regards to the Beastmaster, I don't want to. I hate to throw out the word luck, but it's more opportune. He's got the kill at mid was a solo kill. When you get the solo kill, you get so much more XP. Then you got the 2 kills. Was involved in the 2 kills at top river, which weren't solo kills, but it's still additional XP. So getting the solo kill as well as those 2 kills basically ensured that Fluff does not become an underfarmed, underleveled support Beastmaster. Instead, he's going to get a very decently timed level 6. He's going to contribute to some pushes, to some team fights. He's got the level 3 axes, and this top tier 1 tower, I think it will go down unless TongFu sends some heroes top, but when they've got a CK at mid farming and an anti-mage at bottom, I don't think there's too many heroes that can actually TP.
No, we do see the Stompies pulling the lane back behind the tower, but yeah, Boar can tank up the tower fairly well, and it will go down. And Beastmaster, I think if he gets some of the experience that is happening down there, he might be able to get level 6, and then they might be able to go very aggressive on this Nature's Prophet, who's not level 6 just yet. And Morphling being the one to get the tower money, and Anti-Mage picking up the kill on the Darkseer once again. Invoker TP'd there, but it was too late to do anything against that. Anti-Mage level 8, 2300 gold. Beastmaster level 6 right now has TP'd down to the bottom lane. Maybe hoping to do something there. He's gonna pick up the double damage rune unless Nature's Prophet can be earlier. Roar going off up on the Nature's Prophet. Are they gonna go in on this move? It's actually thinking about it. Getting cold snap though, telekinesis, yeah, up onto the high ground. Sunstrike will still hit. He'll be able to hit from the high ground there. He'll be able to do just fine. Morphling killing up the Chaos Knight coming in from the side. They want to go for a woke. Fluff and stuff will still drop, but Morphling getting a double kill, picking up the Nature's Prophet as well. Courier, well, in the middle of all of that, how picking up the Invoker up on the high ground. He'll be able to blink away. He'll be able to blink towards the Darkseer, but he is in a lot of trouble right now, and he might go down to this Morphling, even though Morphling does not have any mana left. Oh, right before the blink, TC gets the last hit in, gets the triple kill. And that was a massive fight for compLexity. I think they only lost the Invoker and the Beastmaster. And Beastmaster, you know, he's a support. he got his roll
Well,
I can say that.
Yeah, exactly. He's a support. Well, in some ways he's a support, but he's not like your hard support. He's not the Vengeful Spirit. He'd like to get up some items, whether it's an Arcane Boots, a mech, something for his team, but Morphling getting the triple kill is what compLexity wanted. Morphling picks up Tread's Wand and now a Ghost Scepter. He's going to be going straight for the Ethereal Blade for his team. Meanwhile, Anti-Mage getting himself a kill did go down, but he's close to a Battle Fury. This would have been a ridiculously fast Battle Fury. The death slowed him down, but how much will it slow him down? He's going right back towards the bottom lane, looking to keep on farming.
Yeah, not enough gold for him to TP anymore, but yeah, definitely. I mean, it was the first time he went down. It was an important kill, but it doesn't slow him down that much, and that is why I think compLexity are looking for another kill. They have smoked up. They have another Roar ready, looking for that Anti-Mage, I think. TC in here as well, which is kind of unusual.
They saw the Venom, but didn't go for him. They are going to run right into him now. They'll take the kill, but they wanted the Anti-Mage. They were looking for the Anti-Mage there, because they knew Venom was in bottom lane, but they were still scouting out the AM. They run into the Venom. They'll take the Venom, but they would have been much happier if they killed How again.
Yeah, and we're now actually gonna see TC gonna take it up against the Anti-Mage. I mean, they will be able to farm okay-ish. I don't think either one will die. If Anti-Mage is actually gonna try to go for this, of course, the risk of ganking is still there, and they have a ward, but it's only at the rune spot, which is still quite risky. Stun, landing, Reality Rift, IX Mike in a lot of trouble. 3 seconds stun there. Fate Bolt will end his life as Fluff and stuff as well as Yeo backing out there. That Chaos Knight is just too risky. He's level 7 right now. And he is looking for action. He is looking for those kills. Get the attention of the Anti-Mage.
Yeah, even without, I mean, he's just got Boots, Ball, and the Magic Wand now. He's got 1k gold, but he's not getting that farm, but he still knows he's got the levels, and that's all he needs to be aggressive, and heading down towards bottom. TC needs to be careful, but TC with a Ghost Scepter should be okay in this scenario.
He's morphing into strength right now, weak forming through, weak forming out. Will be able to be saved, just like Hal, blinking away. No more mana left on the Chaos Knight. So he won't be able to do anything either, and everybody lives happily ever after.
Maybe not for long. Roar is up soon.
That's true, it's actually up right now. Oh, and there is a ward though, he could just land that. Actually goes for the anti-mage, reform through. Sunstrike is not even needed and he picks up a double kill, also picks up the Rubik. He still doesn't have any mana, he is in a lot of trouble right now, gonna try to stay alive. Is he gonna be able to do so? I don't think so, unless he can be really fast. Of course he is a horse, so he does have that speed, but not enough speed for TC. Another triple kill for him. Second
hey man,
kill in the game.
TC, wow, he is just getting kill after kill.
And it's like, it's 9 for 10, kills are really even still, and you disconnected, so I don't think you're on Skype anymore either? Correct, okay. So we'll wait until he's back, but Morphling, he has got 7 out of the 10 kills, which is just so important to have. So I'm just gonna switch to Skype for a second to see when he is actually gonna be back. We will find out soon. He is offline, so his internet has had a hiccup. We'll hopefully have him back soon after this, as we see compLexity just continuing to push down this tier 1 tower. It will be the last tier 1 tower to go down on the side of TongFu if they're not able to defend it, but they might be able to. Flop and stuff in a lot of trouble will go down. TP in from a Woke, lands is proud up on the Invoker. It's gonna be IX Mike that will drop here as well, and the TP out from the Invoker was in time with a stun landing on IX Mike. There was no stun left anymore for the Invoker in that Sprout. TC coming into this though, he can't do anything. 4 versus 1. What is he gonna do apart from trying to steal some experience? Talking about stealing, Morph being stolen by the Rubik, which is something that you really want to do. I mean, you just want to be able to get that that Morph up. And welcome back, Gods.
Sorry about that, my net just decided to poop on itself for a second there.
I figured that. It was okay though. Rubik stole the Morph for the first time of the game. He is a tinky Rubik right now.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, he's just a support, but I mean, 1300 HP doesn't sound like much, but for a support hero this early on, that can be a nice little difference there. The problem is having 0 armor. If Morphling waves in, the wave will do, well, slightly less as in terms of percent, but those right clicks are going to hurt.
Yeah, that is definitely true. As I would advise for him to pick up a cloak, because that Ethereal Blade is not far off anymore, even though 2300, well, he has got 1300 gold, but he is farming so fast. And I just pointed out, I mean, they got 7 kills up on that Morphling out of the 10, and that is just so insane.
Wow.
And 2 of those were triple kills also. Oh, yeah. Roar going up, anti-mage, wow, that burst damage. Invoker Sunstrike picking up the last hit.
And that's the thing for compLexity. Sure, Anti-Mage is farming ridiculously well, but they have got the heroes to deal with an Anti-Mage, and they show it there. Although, meanwhile, they're losing this Darkseer. Darkseer's had a tough game, and if Darkseer had avoided some of these deaths, this game would be looking really good for compLexity. As a result, though, this game is still very much in the balance. compLexity, they're going for Roshan, and TC may get his hands on this Aegis as well now. To go with the Ethereal Blade, that's going to be very, very scary for TongFu.
Indeed, and I don't think they're going to be contested. I don't think TongFu has an idea that it's actually going on right now. I mean, they just placed a ward, just not knowing anything is going down there, so there he goes. You see, Aegis is there. 1800 gold up on him right now.
They even give him the Roche kill. They even give him the last hit on Roshan.
Yeah, more gold.
More and more gold.
Yeah, he is having a really good game, and of course Anti-Mage can still, I mean, late game he'll farm slightly faster than the Morphling, and he has his Battle Fury complete right now, but he doesn't have boots. He just rushed his Battle Fury. No boots there yet, as I do think he doesn't really have the speed to really make good use of that Battle Fury. He kind of needs his threads to be able to do that.
Yep. And he's going to be he basically, with the Battle Fury, the idea is to keep on farming. IX Mike. I feel this is a familiar sight. Wrong place, wrong time. Swaps to the high ground. Nice bit of play there, but he's still going to go down and Chaos Knight with the last hit.
Yeah, he is doing okay. I mean, he's died 3 times, which is not really in his favor, of course. But he's getting to the point where if you meet him, you're going to want to run away. I mean, his abilities just make him so strong with his Phantasm now as well, and he will get a Haste Rune in his bottle, and he's not doing that bad. It's his abilities that give him most of the momentum at this moment, and he has those. He is continuing farming though, so right now it's again for complexity. Which one do you want to stop? You want to stop the Anti-Mage or you want to stop the Chaos Knight?
Yeah, I think even at this point, I don't think Chaos Knight's going to be a big threat for them, but the Chaos Knight's going to keep coming at them. He's going to look to be aggressive and basically create space for Anti-Mage to find the farm that he needs to carry this game.
Indeed, and we see complexity. They are looking for something. They want to kill off this tier 1 tower. Last time they did that, they lost the Beastmaster though. So let's see what is going to happen this time. There is some counter push. There are some wards. Axes will fly. TC in some trouble, gets surged away. The fortification gets forced out of TongFu, and they can deny the tower. The tower's still down. Map control for complexity.
Yeah, I mean it's one of those things you never want to see the towers get denied, but it's not the biggest loss if they do get denied. And complexity, they've got the team who can use this map control really well. They've got such a great ganking lab. They've got the Hawk to find the ganks, to scout things out, and then they've got great lockdown. Beastmaster, Vengeful Spirit Chain stuns, the Sunstrikes from Invoker. There's so much damage. They've already proven they can kill this Anti-Mage, and it's going to be really hard for him to stay alive. He's just going to have to try and play it as safe as possible and get those next big items up. I mean, BKB is going to be needed, I feel. So something like a Manta Style. He needs so much to actually fight Complexity's lineup.
Yeah, and even a BKB, I mean, I would actually say Lincoln Sphere in this game, because their war so far has killed him off every time. He can't move, and there's just so much burst damage coming out from Complexity then, that in the time of the roar he'll just die. And he's not tanky enough to take that just yet. Maybe just a Vanguard.
Yeah, and... definitely. I think Vanguard would maybe be an alright pickup. Sure, he didn't go for it first item, but after this Beefier, he's so squishy. Vanguard would give him some survivability, but may just see him. He's going to pick up the treads for now, which is, of course, where you always want to go right after that Beefier. And Complexity, sort of, they're not being as aggressive and looking to gank as much as before, but that's because TC is just free farming away at bottom, and he's only 300 gold away from his Ethereal Blade, the Shotgun Maul.
Yeah, he will be facing a Chaos Knight again, and he thinks, you know what? I'm just gonna farm somewhere else. And he can just do that. I mean, he's level 13, he's doing okay. He has the highest gold per minute up on the game at the moment, 450 gold per minute almost, with Anti-Mage being behind there on 372. So quite a difference between the two, even though, of course, there's 3 towers difference, so that will make a difference as well, but still doing really good.
Yeah, and Chaos Knight, Drum of Endurance, is looking to maybe start roaming with his team now. They've got 4 heroes gathered around bottom. Anti-Mage at mid alone needs to be careful, but that's pretty much how TongFu are going to play this 4-1 strategy. They have 4 heroes being aggressive, 1 hero looking, well, 1 hero the Anti-Mage looking to farm, and they're going to find the Morphling, and can they actually kill him? He needs to start morphing his strength. He's got the Aegis TC, he will respawn, he's got teammates en route, and TC is just so tanky. They're going to look to turn this around maybe. Yeah,
Ghost Scepter also really helped him right there. Still have Vengeful Spirit being locked in, Telekinesis will get stunned. Is he gonna try to, are they gonna try to go for this? They might just, because they have a roar, they've got the replica wall, they've got everything. It doesn't seem like they're
Forward Spirits versus Forward Spirits. He stole the Forward Spirits, so there's a bit of a duel going on. Summons everywhere, Treants as well. I mean, Venomants are Plague Wards. Heroes aren't even the ones fighting it out, it seems.
Nope. It was just a standoff with letting the minions fight amongst each other, but actually both back off, while Complexity being a bit more forward. But TongFu actually deciding, you know what, you got the advantage, and we'll just back off here. And of course, Morphling was already back to farming, and he still had a copy running around there where he could change into. So it would be a 4 versus 5 fight, which is not something you want to go for, especially not after already giving Morphling 2 triple kills. Cold Snap, Chaos Knight in some trouble. Is it gonna be able to do something? Oh, Courier is here too. Will he try to get it? No, no more weave form. He won't be able to do that. Roar going off in the meantime, but that was actually a roar on an illusion. So that didn't do anything. Painful.
Yeah, a bit of... I mean, Complexity getting excited there. I mean, it shows they want these kills. I mean, a roar and an illusion, that shows how eager they are. Not to mention diving so far to try to get that Chaos Knight. But luckily, I mean, it was slightly too, in some ways too aggressive. They didn't actually lose anyone for it, although it looks like Darkseid once again at top lane.
Yep.
It's going to be Hannah Montana who is getting caught out time and time again.
Cold Snap up on How, who's going to try to blink away, but he can't just do it right now. There he goes. That Cold Snap, so annoying. I mean, you can't really blink away because your animation takes too long. So a good counter for the Anti-Mage as well. He got down to half HP from just that. Oh, he's gonna run into the Vengeful Spirit and blinks off immediately, fearing that stun. Normally you see Vengeful Spirit versus Anti-Mage, you know, Vengeful Spirit should be the one to run. Not here. Anti-Mage being very safe. He can't afford to die all that much anymore. He really needs to get up his farm. Rubika's gonna run into the Beastmaster, but it's actually backing up. Where did he go to? Oh, he picked up Replicate. I was wondering that. He just went to his Replicate.
Oh, wow. That's a cool little spell to steal.
Yeah. I was thinking, he doesn't have an
it,
escape. I didn't see the TP bar. What happened there?
I don't think it's the most useful on a support hero. Like, I mean, it's great on a carry because you can be farming and then come to a team fight, or you can be team fighting, go home, and then come back to the fight or something. But it's a cool spell to have. I don't think it's going to be something he wants to keep for all too long. But for now, it gives him a quick way back to save, a quick way of saving on TP goal.
Definitely. And probably saved his life as well with the Beastmaster there, ready with his roar. Beastmaster, I was thinking he was dying, but he is just fighting ancients. Risking his life for them. Yeah, Rubik is just going to use it as an escape mechanism. I mean, he just sends his replica to base and is going to use it to ward safely and stuff like that. Which is actually pretty good, because normally as a support you're kind of afraid to wander around alone. But with that replicate, it just makes it possible to be fairly aggressive with your warding. I mean, if he's going to run into the Enigma, okay, Enigma, wow, Morphling, he does have his Ethereal Blade ready, so if he's going to be fast enough, I'm not sure. But it does give him some free play.
Yeah, but this Morphe, I mean, not only is Ethereal Blade up fairly quickly, but he's got 1200 gold on top of that, so he's going to be getting his next big item, his Skadi, maybe just maybe Mantis Star, whatever it is going to be. Maybe even go for the BKB here, but whatever it's going to be, it's going to come up fairly quickly. Anti-Mage trying to do the same thing, get his next item, not just his B Fury up. He's going for that Mantis Star plus Treads, and we'll see what he wants to go for after that. But he's farming very quickly. With the Battle Fury, he really accelerates his farm.
Yeah, I'm still quite worried for the Anti-Mage. He is still quite a squishy hero, and just that roar there is just can just shut him down so fast. As well,
yeah.
What are they gonna do? Are they gonna smoke up?
compLexity smoking. They're looking for some kills here. It's Beastmaster leading things off. How in all sorts of trouble.
Yeah, and it's gonna be How that will be able to blink away. Roar got stolen though up on the Beastmaster. They have to back up right now. Invoker is gonna try to do something. Invoke being slowed down by the boar. TP out from the Anti-Mage, very good choice, as we see Morphling getting in on all of that. Got a stun from the Chaos Knight, who was able to back off because of that one. No kills being done here, but we saw the power of the roar. Anti-Mage just got out barely there, and that was only 2 versus 1, so if there were more heroes there, he would have definitely gone down.
I don't know what happened, but Ix Mike actually got trapped in the trees above the gank. He couldn't follow up the roar with a stun because he was trapped in some trees. It may have come later on, but he had to use Swap to escape the tree surround. I'm not sure how it actually happened, but it was unusual.
it sounds unusual. I think I missed that part actually. I just saw Anti-Mage almost dying, but then, you know, not quite. And he's back to farming already. TP'd out, TP'd back in. And still building towards his Mantis Style. As actually, compLexity thinks, you know what, our Morphling is farmed enough to force out some fights, so we're just gonna take down your tier 2 towers. 4 seconds stun landing up on Morphling. Venoman's ulti going through as well. Stun landing, Ethereal Blade, Sunshine is gonna drop here to the Invoker. Ix Mike in a lot of trouble though, will get picked up by the Chaos Knight. He popped his Phantasm and wants to go for more, looking for something, won't be able to get a Reality Rift anymore and backs off. Support for support trade here, with Chaos Knight picking up one, Invoker picking up the other. And actually Chaos Knight picking up that kill, fairly important. He's gonna go for BKB and next, I think. Even though still, I'm not sure if that is the right choice with the Beastmaster in the game. Of course it's a nice thing to have. You're not gonna get stunned by the Vengeful Spirit, but I don't know, it doesn't seem like that great of an item anymore with the Beastmaster on the opposite side.
I think the Beastmaster roars are mostly being focused on the Anti-Mage. They're not really worried about the Chaos Knight, so I think Chaos Knight with this, he doesn't have to worry about all the spells from the Invoker, the AoE spells, the VS stun, and the Morphling Ethereal Blade. The shotgun combo is all magic damage, so BKB works pretty well against it. Not to mention, if you're quick reactions, you can use it as he ethereals you to dodge the adaptive strike. So it's a nice thing to have against all the heroes except Beastmaster. So if he thinks he's not getting roared, then it works out for him. And I think most roars are looking to focus on Anti-Mage or basically whoever whoever they find first. If they find Prophet, they'll roll him. If they find Venno, Rubik, they'll roll them just to make sure they get the early kill.
Definitely, and we saw some counter warning from compLexity, making sure that nobody is gonna get to the Roshan pit unannounced, which is what this Treant was looking to do. But they see him, of course, but they will be able to take care of Roshan before they can do anything. And another Aegis for TC.
Yep, that's the one thing which compLexity, I mean, they're playing on this Singapore server, but they're on the Dire side. They had first pick, and they are using that to make sure they get Aegis every time. That's an important thing to have for their Morphling, who's going to be very low HP with all the agility he's morphed. And right now, he's looking to sort of focus more on killing heroes. Anti-Mage is all about farming. He's actually pulled away. He's about 50 CS ahead of Morphling. That's because Morphling is looking to set more and more kills for his team.
Yeah, Morphling also picked up a Yasha, so he's also going to go for that Manta style. As I do think Anti-Mage, yeah, he has it complete, so, and 600 gold to boot. Pipe up on the darks here. Do the Dire side have a mechanism? I don't think so.
Beastmaster was building one, I think.
Yeah, he has one.
Yep. Fluff and Stuff is a firm believer in having every team having a mech and pipe, or at least the mech. Whoa, Anti-Mage, solo kill in the Darkseer at top, and that's the power of the Manta style. And compLexity's Hannah Montana has just had such a rough and painful game this game.
And I think at least 5 out of his 6 kills are to the Anti-Mage. Maybe 4, with Venomance picking one up on the first blood on the bottom lane, but he's been doing good. And that's actually how has been able to take both towers up on the top lane. Those are the only towers that are down right now. Ooh, bottom lane. Gil 4 seconds set up on the Morphling, but Ice will make sure that nobody chases that down, unless they really want to try
top lane, though. They need to get back, they need to defend, and they need to make sure they don't get picked off. Chaos Knight's trying to run in at bottom and get a pick off here. Oh, the Ice Wall saving Invoker's life. If he didn't have the Ice Wall up, Moo would have got there a lot faster and stunned him before his TP went off. But compLexity get back to defend their top tier 3 tower. They get a tower of their own. Fairly even trade. I mean, I've got to say, this game's still very, very even. This is going to go late, and we're going to see Morphling up against Anti-Mage. Anti-Mage slightly more farmed. So I'd give TongFu a slight edge, not to mention they've got the Prophet who can be anywhere on the map and just be an all-around pest. So I think TongFu's slightly ahead, but this game still is very even.
Yeah, and the later it gets, of course, I mean, then you won't only have the Anti-Mage versus Morphling, but then your supports are gonna mean so much more. And with TongFu also having the Chaos Knight, he is a better semi-carry than any of the semi-carries or possible semi-carriers upon compLexity, and then the Chaos Knight is going to be really important for the TongFu lineup, and he is getting more and more farm as he is still building towards, well, what I still think is going to be a BKB, but perhaps he wants to go for Heaven's Halberd. Definitely a good choice versus the Morphling, the Sunge and stuff. It might just
it's a possibility. I think it's mostly magic damage coming from the Morphling anyways, though. There's no whole lot of right click, so it's more likely to be BKB. There's your smoke gang. compLexity find a Rogue. That's a good hero to find. It's no anti-mage, but it's a kill on Prophet is a hero they want to shut down. Or not so much shut down, but slow down. He's going for an Acceptor. He's level 14, and having him down gives compLexity a window of opportunity to go and push, and they're doing. It looks like they want to go bottom. Oh, they're going to lose Invoker at mid, though, and that is a costly loss.
Definitely, and they might just lose their tier 2 tower if they're not going to do anything against it. Look at how fast it's dropping. Fortification will go off, but they're just running there. Don't they have TPs? Well, Beastmaster doesn't have a TP. Vengeful Spirit doesn't have a TP. Darkseer doesn't have a TP. Oh, wow. Well, that's the tier 2 tower done. And I mean, this is the downside for having... I mean, compLexity was ahead in towers for a very long time, and they... How did you do that?
Hey.
Where did you pick healing?
Shotgun. Shotgun followed up by right-click damage, and I think CK may... If he was thinking Heaven's Halberd, he's now going to say, okay, I don't need Heaven's Halberd, I need BKB. He has the BKB.
And there's the BKB.
I think after that he's going to realize, okay, Heaven's Halberd isn't going to be enough. BKB it is, if he was considering Heaven's Halberd at all.
Yeah. But yeah, extra gold for TongFu. They were keeping their momentum, they were holding their ground with the gold that they already were behind, because they were behind on gold, and they just took 4 towers in not that much time span, and look at the gold graph. Just spiking upwards. Just going towards... I mean, it's only 4k, it's not that much, but it's still... Wow, Rubik going down on the top lane, and...
look at Fluff, he's stuck.
Is there anything with the
poor
4 staff?
Beastmaster.
Yeah, here comes the 4 staff.
He's got no TP as well, and we're going to see a bit of a tower trade going. Antimate's going to get this bottom tier 2 tower, compLexity should get the top tier 2 tower, but the thing is, I mean, compLexity getting kills here and there, but they're never really coming out ahead in terms of towers, because Antimate's, his split push is so strong. He's also got 6k gold. That's something which is worth mentioning.
That is indeed quite dangerous. And we do have some TPs back, apart from the Beastmaster, because he doesn't have a TP. Yeah, the gold difference is so big now with that Battle Fury. Antimage is just able to farm so fast, a lot faster than that Morphling can. Of course, Morphling can mean more early game, but the reason why we saw Antimage being banned out so much a couple of months ago is for this very reason. If games take long, Antimage will be the one to turn the tables towards Antimage favor,
Yeah.
and he picks up the recipe for a heart, so he will be able to pick that one up.
Yeah, I think because of the way this game's going, where he's spending a lot of time split pushing, the heart makes him pretty much unkillable. Whereas something like a BKB wouldn't really help against a Beastmaster Raw, and a Raw with Morphling right-click damage even can basically kill him in BKB form. So going for pure HP is going to be a better option here, and he's just going to keep looking to split push. compLexity going to find him with a gank? If they find him with a gank now, he has no buyback, and this could be really bad for TongFu.
Yeah, Blinks up there. They might be able to do that though. They do have the Roar fairly close by, but Antimage notices something is up, backs off, and will be safe again. And yeah, with that heart, I mean, basically he's saying, you know what, you can roar me, but I'll still be alive when the roar is over, and I'll come kill you afterwards. And he's able to do that also. I mean, after the roar, he'll just pop his Manta style, turn around, and just start attacking.
They're building another item to help deal with him, which is going to be the Sheepstick on Geo. So that makes him definitely killable. I mean, if you roar him during BKB, maybe the BKB wears off. Maybe you get him before he pops the man. Oh, sorry, what am I talking about? He hasn't even got a BKB. Maybe I'm completely delusional here. Maybe you get him before he pops the Manta Style, is what I meant to say. Yeah. And you can just sheep him up. You can focus him down. Or if you know which is real anyways, this Sheepstick makes him a lot more killable. So I like this pickup for Geo.
Yeah, especially if the Morphling gets that attack power to actually help kill him off, because he does have 2500 HP, which is a lot to deal with. And Morphling actually being 2 levels behind on the Anti-Mage right now. Level 20 Anti-Mage and level 18 Morphling. And they're looking for something. They find the Beastmaster, reform through, and are they backing off? They actually are gonna back off. Still burning away some mana from the Morphling, but not gonna be doing anything with that. And here comes the cavalry. compLexity, they don't want to give anything up on this top lane. They want to go for some kills, and it's going to be TongFu that's going to be on the run. 4 staff forward for IX Mike, doesn't scout anything just yet, unless they want to turn. Yes, they do. They want to just go in on this. IX Mike still landing a stun, but will drop here. And Replica will up. Roar is going down. Darkseer gonna try to get away. Already landed his wall. Wow. Chaos Knight, a lot of trouble. Gets picked off. Morphling, double kill. Kills a Bannermancer. Triple kill. Picks up the Rubik as well. And there goes the Nature's Prophet as well. Gets picked up. I didn't get a message for that one. That should be an ultra kill for the Morphling, shouldn't it? Or did pick up a kill?
It was an ultra kill for the Morphling. A bit of a packet loss, I guess, on your part. But I got the ultra kill, and it's TC. He is absolutely massive at this point. He is looking to be scary. How? I mean, he's farmed. He's hard to kill, pretty much impossible to kill. But he doesn't do enough damage in those team fights, whereas Morphling just does so much DPS, and he's going straight towards the mid lane.
Was he actually in that team fight though?
Yes, he was. He was blinking around. He popped the ultimate as well, but he kind of got hit by a disable or two. I mean, a tornado here or there, a deafening blast, and he's not doing as much damage as he'd like. And it's compLexity who find themselves in a position where they're tipping away this tier 3 tower. They're not going to be able to get it now, but one more fight like that, and they may be able to do so. BKB up on Morphling. They're looking very, very solid.
Yeah, I'm quite surprised that Hao wasn't able to just pick up at least one kill, maybe on the Vengeful Spirit. I really thought she was gonna go down. But apparently she didn't. I mean, oh, did she? She got swapped out, and then... I mean, she was the initiator, kinda. She just landed herself into 3-4 heroes of TongFu. And a Vengeful Spirit then staying alive? That is quite impressive.
Yeah, it was. And now mean, they've still got the Aegis. I think Roshan's actually about to respawn, yeah. In about 30 seconds to a minute or so, Roshan will respawn. compLexity probably know this, though. They'll be camping around, looking to push out their lanes and prepare for the next Roshan, which is Cheese and Aegis. TongFu will want to prevent that. They've got BKB up on CK. They've got some decent items around in their supports with 4 staffs up, Pipe on the Venomancer. They've got a gem. They're dewarding the map, and they're really looking to make sure that they can contest this Roshan.
Yeah, this Roshan will be so important for both teams. I mean, you just get that up on your carry, and at least if your opponent can kill him off, then at least he'll be back up again, and you can't really do that the same thing again. I mean, if we're talking about killing off the anti-mage with all of disables, you're only gonna have those once.
Bottom lane. Oh, fluff and stuff. compLexity went for a smoke gank, and he revealed himself and then ran down river the wrong way, so Awoke narrowly survives that one. But the good news is compLexity going to get themselves an Aegis and Cheese. I don't think, nope, there's no way Antimage gets to this fight. He's got a TP scroll, but what tower is he going to TP to? Roshan drops in about 5 seconds flat, and now they're going to TP back, defend this top lane. They may lose a tower out of this, but I think Hao going to be forced to TP out. He gets sheeped up, and I don't think he's going to want to really stay around too much longer.
It's actually getting denied the tower. The mana being drained from Yeo still. Oh, they want to go in with a smoked up invisible Chaos Knight actually rotating here, and Antimage is just gonna bash on the barracks, and now he blinks out, knowing he's in a bit too deep. Vengeful Spirit getting a surge, looking for that kill. Is there gonna be a force up? Is there gonna be a swap? Nope. She doesn't see the Chaos Knight. He might have been just in range, but invisibility rune stays him there.
This game's very tense for both teams. I mean, compLexity won that last team fight convincingly, but so they even have much of an edge at this point. It's TongFu who are the ones applying more pressure, keeping the lanes pushed out. They're dewarding the map as well. It's TongFu who have the map control, and that's something very uncharacteristic of compLexity. They haven't got a gem of their own, and right now all this dewarding is causing them some problems, and well, they're stuck in their own base. They're stuck defending.
Ooh, I had a lag spike. Was it just me?
I got one as well. It seems to be gone now, though.
Okay. Yeah, it seems to be gone. What did Rubik steal? He stole the replicate once more. I think he's looking to steal the morph again, because he has okay. Well, he has of course not that much agility left, but it's a good time to steal it again, just to get rid of that one as well. Wow, TC just got drained of mana from the illusions from the anti-mage. And we see Awoke in some trouble, getting worked up. Sunstrike will hit as well. Axis will fly. He is quite tanky now, though, with that Aghanim's as well. Pops himself into his Proud, but locks Hannah Montana in there with him. Gets his mechanism up. He won't be able to stay alive with that, though. Just delaying it slightly. Darkseer picking up that kill. He's got 3k gold right now. He's probably very happy with that. He's going for Assault Cuirass. Helping out his team. Oh, they want to go on this. Gale misses. Yaltrip is still there though. Fluff and stuff. Telekinesis. Venomancer ulti being used just for 2 heroes here. Pipe will hit. Fluff and stuff will try to get away, but here comes Awoke again. Fluff and stuff uses the cheese. Are they gonna be able to do more BKBs pop for this? This is just 2 versus 4, and they are still alive. I mean, Beastmaster will drop. Probably Darkseer will drop as well, but they use so much just to get these 2 heroes down. Vengeful Spirit actually dying on the top lane earlier, and there goes Darkseer. And buyback from the Darkseer as well. Wow, they used a lot of commitment to kill off both the Beastmaster and the Darkseer there.
Well, they were just distracting. Antimage gets the top melee barracks, and now TongFu positioning themselves to push down this bottom barracks as well. There's no Darkseer ultimate up, and Antimage is still just getting Raxes at top. compLexity, they engage at bottom, but what they don't know is Antimage is at middle lane, trying to get a tier 3 tower, trying to get a Rax. Morphling picks up another kill. He is beyond godlike. He has gotten kill after kill. He's at 13-0, but it's TongFu who are getting the Rax advantage.
Yep, and there goes the tier 3 tower as well. And I mean, even though the distraction was there, compLexity, I mean, it didn't seem like they responded fast enough. I mean, they didn't even get that much kills apart from Awoke again. And of course, he doesn't have a buyback anymore, so that is okay. But not getting as much out of there as you would have imagined. I mean, you normally would imagine to trade your barracks for something, but nope, didn't happen.
And compLexity now, well, They're on the back foot. They've lost their axes. They really... the problem is they lose one set of axes, and now it gets even harder to push because they've got Mega Creeps pushing in. Anti-Mage only has 2 lanes left, which he wants to try backdoor, and basically TongFu have played this smart. They have no chance of winning head-on 5-on-5 team fights, so what do? They avoid those kind of fights. Anti-Mage wasn't even at either of those little skirmishes. He got top racks, he then went to mid the next team fight, and TongFu were just fighting as 4 heroes, while a couple heroes have to deal with AM. AM, though, needs to be careful. He's in a bit of trouble at top lane.
Vacuum, Roar, Anti-Mage, Axes will fly, Mechanism will hit as well as the Woke TP'd in. He will still go down though, and this might be the window of opportunity that they were looking for. He does not have a buyback, misses 50 gold for that. A Woke will drop for another time, Invoker double kill, and now compLexity has to push. They might also get the kill upon, yeah, they will. Chaos Knight will drop on the bottom lane.
Oh my
Morphling
God.
getting that one, and this, I mean, they have to push really fast to be able to get something out of this, because this is their opportunity. 70 seconds without the Anti-Mage. He will have buyback in 30 gold, so he should have it before his timer runs out, and he might actually want to buy back. And it doesn't look like compLexity will be able to get to the base of TongFu fast enough, so they're actually going to leave that.
Well, I don't know. They can maybe go for a back. They've got 50 seconds here. They want to at least force a buyback. And the thing is, that buyback's getting more and more expensive. So it's going to be, well, it'll be around the time he's respawning that the buyback will be available. And I think, as you say, he's going to have to buy back. It's going to be available in about 20 seconds' time. It's funny, watching the cooldown creep up. Raw at mid, Carbu in trouble. This Beastmaster, the Aghanim Scepter, is paying off. What a great pickup from Fluff and stuff. Longer range on the Raw, not to mention a shorter cooldown. Anti-Mates, there's your buyback. If he had 10 less gold, this game could have been, well, maybe not 1 for compLexity, but they would have gotten a Rax. That was, like, if he didn't have a buyback there, and he only just had it that second, it would have been a Rax for sure. So, TongFu, a bit lucky, I have to say.
Definitely. Of course, it will leave Anti-Mage with zero gold left. And if it happens again, that is going to be something that compLexity is, of course, going to be looking for. And it might end a lot worse then, because Anti-Mage, I mean, he is such a factor in this game right now, even though he's maybe particularly because he's not in those team fights. Because he's just split pushing the entire time. If they don't have to deal with that, they can deal with TongFu, they can deal with the Mega Creeps pushing in. But they just don't have to have that Anti-Mage there.
The big problem as well now is that Anti-Mage, his buyback's on cooldown. He's been relying heavily on going for this split push, knowing every time he split pushed he had buyback. So if they ganked him as 5, he could buy back right away. That time he almost didn't have buyback. But he's got 4 minutes with no buyback, and compLexity can use that to maybe go for a push. TC's defending top. Nope, his replicate expires, so he can't actually come to the fights, which is a bit of a problem. He needs a replicate up, and right now there's no one that he can replicate to get to these fights. So maybe he's going to sell his boot. Oh, he's got boots of travel. What am I talking about? He's sold his treads already. He's got boots of travel, so he can come to these fights while he defends his top lane. Although TongFu smoked up, they may go look for him. It's both teams just looking for those big smoke ganks. compLexity in the bottom jungle, TongFu now going top.
Yeah, they are not going to find anybody there though. Not just yet anyway. And Anti-Mage actually participating in this smoke up. I mean, normally you want to see him pushing, but just like you said, he doesn't have a buyback, so it might be too big of a risk. Even though he is thinking about those barracks, he wants to go for it. There they go. Vengeful Spirit is here though, and this might actually be big trouble for Hal right here. Gets turned into a piglet. Stun there. Sunstrike. Roar. Vacuum, and he will drop, and he is dead for 95 seconds. No buyback for him. Morphling beyond godlike, and this will, if they continue pushing this, of course, there's going to be 4 more heroes up on the map, but they have to kill him off, and it looks like Moo wants to go for distraction up on the top lane.
Yep. By no means is this over for TongFu, but that's going to be a very tense moment. I would say they're almost definitely losing at least 1 set of Raxes here. I don't think the game is going to be won flat out by compLexity now, but this is going to be 1 set, maybe probably 2 sets of Raxes. TongFu, I mean, Chaos Knight, he's got 3k gold. He may just have to run in, do as much damage as he can, and then buy back. He's only got a level 2 ultimate as well. Level 15 on Chaos Knight. He's really under-leveled, and it looks like they're just going to give up this mid-Rax.
Yeah, in the meantime, Awoke is pushing on the bottom lane, so they will need to TP there very shortly, which is something that Morphling can't really do right now, because he just uses boost of travel. But there goes the first barracks. IX Mike is gonna drop here though. Move popped his BKB. Roar still going up. Weave form through, doesn't do anything, but the right click does. Beastmaster actually going for the last hit. Venomancer gonna get an Ethereal Blade, but will be able to back off. They're gonna go for those last tier 3 tower. Who cares about hero kills? They want to get this building advantage. In the meantime though, Awoke killing off the tier 3 tower on their bottom lane. They will try to get something in return. Are they going to be able to do that though? They're going to go for the barracks. They will get it as well. And they're going to lose their own barracks bottom though, I do think so. Yep.
Oh, they have to get back. Oh, Rope's not to get this.
Nope, there they go.
That's smart play from Paul.
And they blink
and they don't lose Daxia though.
They're both being turned to a piglet. So there gotta be more. It's just here. Cold Snap hits as well. Venomines in the meantime killing off the Hannah Montana who buys back. Definitely Blast going through. Here comes TC. Ethereal Blade to finish the job. And one thing that I did not see in the change notes ever is it now says, is beyond godlike, someone kill them. It used to say someone kill him.
Okay, okay.
So now it can also be female. Just saying.
That is a good change by Valve, and I trust Valve to make politically correct changes as always.
Yep. Just something I wanted to point out. But
this game is just on the wire. Great fight by compLexity, but they're still not past the finish line. They can see it in sight, but I mean, TongFu are right on their heels, I feel. I mean, TongFu, one fight and TongFu win the game. One good fight for compLexity and they win the game. It's still going to have to come down to compLexity playing this very, very precise, looking for another pick off on Anti-Mage, and they're going to try to do that maybe at mid lane. Beastmaster, he's been surged up, he's got the level 3 roar with the Aghanim Scepter. Roshan has respawned though, and this is going to be highly contested.
Yeah, Venomance is getting a roar, getting forced up into safety, but there's the vacuum Sunstrike hit. Morphling gets a roar himself though. It looked like he is in a lot of trouble. Morphling and strength mechanism going through. Sunsheng will get picked off here as the first one to go by the Morphling as well. Deafening Blast will make sure Hao is blinking away from there, and they are just left with a bunch of Stumpies, and that is it. Everybody else is backed off.
Well, that's okay. I mean, TongFu, they survive a team fight. That's the one place where compLexity really shine. The Darkseid basically means compLexity should win any team fight, and well, they do just that. They get the Aegis, they get the cheese, and that's sort of as expected. I mean, TongFu, they're doing all they can, which is going to be this split push. They're already going in top, so compLexity, they can't push yet. They've got to get back and defend. They may even lose a set of Raxes if they're not careful. Anti-Mage Illusion is probably going to go straight to a Rax, maybe. They actually just hit away on TC, but, I mean, once again, compLexity forced to defend, and this is a position where they don't want to be in.
Nope, in the meantime, though, bottom lane is pushing in. We just have a woke TP there to defend that, and it's also something that, of course, TongFu has to do every time again. If they commit too much on one lane with all of them, then they have to send someone back. And of course you have the Nature's Prophet, which is able to do just that. He is one of those flexible heroes. TP every 20 seconds, so he will be able to do that, but you won't be able to have him in team fights or anything apart from his ultimate, which at this time doesn't do that much with the pipe up on the dire side. Vengeful Spirit picking up a Ghost Scepter as well.
Yeah, I feel right now heroes... Well, Vengeful Spirit, I mean, late game can have a big impact just with a swap. Whereas you look at heroes like Rubik and Venomancer, they're slightly more limited in what they can do. I should take that back about Rubik, because that last team fight he actually stole a roar, which means he can be, well, very useful. And that's something Beastmaster can't really afford to have in these next few team fights. He's going to find a roar on Sansheng, immediately drops the Axis, so no chance of roar being stolen. I like Fluff learning from his mistakes, much like Tide hopefully did in that game number 2, and we're going to see them go for the push. Venomancer buys back, Prophet's going for the counter push at top, but look at his top road, it's a long way away. These lanes are all very far away from compLexity's base. This is the chance for compLexity. They can go all out for the win maybe. They do have to be careful. Anti-Mage does have buyback, and that's the key thing for TongFu.
And they're gonna kill out the buildings. They're gonna go for the tier 4s instead. Just want to take those down. Fortification gets forced out. There is still a roar up from Rubik, and it is a roar with an Aghanim Scepter, so he does have the same cooldown as the Beastmaster. Pipe up, mechanism up. There's a roar up on the Invoker. They can't go in on this though. Hannah Montana will get picked up. Anti-Mage, Mana Void gets a double kill. Mu in a lot of trouble right now. Will get picked up. Morphling getting that kill. Roar going off on the Anti-Mage. He gets turned into a piglet, but they don't have the burst damage to deal with that anymore. In the meantime, there is a wave being pressured in on the top lane, so they have to go back to base right now. If they can't, then this might be ending badly unless they can, of course, buyback. Beastmaster gonna try to get away from this one. He will go down though, give his life, gonna try to chase them away from the escaping Invoker, who is indeed gonna TP back. And Morphling will be saved back as well. It was 3 versus 2, versus 1 even maybe. And they will lose some HP on their tier 4 towers, but they are back to defend. Beastmaster actually bought back there, knowing that that would be the fastest way to defend his base.
Oh yeah, and if anything, that was an important hold for TongFu. That was going to be a make or break hold, and they held. They got some kills. They didn't win the fight entirely convincingly, otherwise they'd be looking to push back here, but they hold compLexity off once, and that was the push where they had Cheese as well as Aegis. Aegis still up on Morphling, but it's looking good for TongFu if they can hold like that. It didn't cost them too much. Antimage still has his buyback up. He's also got 4.3k gold, so he may want to get his next item up fairly soon. I'd say maybe a Basher would be what we're going to be seeing. Boots of Travel always a possibility, but going for the Basher into the Abyssal Blade is a nice late game item.
Definitely, just getting that Solar Sun to lock down that Morphling, because that is a problem. Morphling, who picked up a Satanic, it's got 25k gold, and I just popped up the new buyback screen, and I do like that. You just see which heroes have buyback, which ones that don't, and how much gold they would need in order to get the buyback, or how long the cooldown is up on their buyback. Right now, we just see 3 people with buyback ready. It's going to be a Woke that does not have buyback ready, and will die. He just does not have enough gold. And TC picking up the kill.
That's a big loss. It's a key hero that they need for these counter pushes. Antimage smoked up. His team also smoked up. They just want to straight backdoor these racks, I think. Antimage with the sheer damage. He's going to force back some TPs. He's waiting for his team before he reveals himself. Waiting for the CK. CK with an ultimate is going to do a lot of damage here. And I don't know. This is compLexity, do or die.
Yeah.
Yep.
TongFu having to back off. Are they going to be able to pop up one hero? Chaos Knight will be backing off. No roar for him, and everybody is able to TP out. Apart from How, who's just going to continue farming up on the top lane.
He needs to be a bit careful. He will blink his way out, but that was... that's kind of what TongFu expect to happen there, unless you're versing a team who decides to go all in and try end the game and go for the throne, but that's the riskier play. compLexity will take the safer option and the more reliable option, which is get back, defend, and then wait for another opportunity to push. And the good news is TongFu, they stopped the push. compLexity would have gone bottom, gone for a Rax there with a 5v4 fight with Prophet dead, but instead they had to get back and defend, and compLexity can't actually get a Rax, but they will get a kill maybe at mid. They're looking for Sansheng. Morphling, did he pop the Ghost Scepter? No, I was about to say, he doesn't want an Ethereal Blade there. It's a Ghost Scepter on Venomancer.
Whoa, Mana Void there. Tons of damage to all 3 heroes. He is in some trouble now. Might get picked up before he's able to blink away. Will get picked up. Buys back instantly, knowing that this might be the one that he really has to buy back. Otherwise, he'll lose too much. Deafening Blast going through. There is a react for it as well. TC might be in some trouble. Still wants to go for a Woke. It is Darkseer that drops the first one here, and there is the kill from the Nature's Prophet. TC still has his Aegis, so even if he dies, won't be dead for long. How is just gonna man fight this Morphling, but there's the Aegis. Tornado going through. Morphling will be back up, but it's gonna be the Invoker that's gonna be on the run now. Pops his invisibility, will be fine. Morphling back up, and that is the Aegis taken down, and that was just Morphling versus Antimage, man fighting it down. It was even the Satanic used, and Antimage still won that fight.
Oh man, a lot of it comes down to the evasion. Antimage having the butterfly means so much of that damage gets reduced or just doesn't actually occur. And TC deciding to go for a butterfly of his own, that is a must-buy item at this point in the game. Either butterfly or an MKB. MKB to fight the Antimage. Butterfly though, it'll help against all those heroes, including the CK Phantasm. So I think it's a better option to have, and not to mention Antimage, well, you want to dodge his attacks much like he wants to dodge yours.
Yeah, you're gonna be able to dodge it a bit less though, because Antimage just picked up a Skull Basher, so like you said, go for that item. And he doesn't really need to save for buyback now anyway, because it's on cooldown, and he'll be able to farm fast enough to still have enough gold when it is off cooldown again. So he'll be fine with that, as he might even want to go for an Abyssal Blade before the next fight, if he wants to commit that much, and it might not be a bad choice right now.
If he doesn't have buyback, he may as well buy it. He's still got a bit of a way to go. He still needs quite a bit of gold. So at this point, if your buyback's on cooldown, you spend that gold, get your next big item up. But when your buyback's not on cooldown, that's when you want to make sure you have buyback gold. So he's got to prepare for that. Beastmaster at mid, he's looking to set for a Roar. It may be on Sansheng again. Blink, Roar, Fluff is going to set for kill. Looks like Sansheng should go down.
Yeah, and Rubik actually stole a Roar once again, worked on Beastmaster, but was not able to do anything with it rather than that. So he has got the Roar on cooldown, and it does look like compLexity is looking to go for this. They seem ready. They have everything up apart from the Roar right now. Buyback from the Venomancer. They just want to go for this tier 3 tower, and they will get the tier 3 tower. There is a fortification up. There they go. They want to go for Chaos Knight first. Look at the damage being done even through the BKB. Lands a stun. Reality Rift is going to be Invoker. Lands a Deafening Blast. Chaos Knight already down with the Vengeful Spirit being taken down as well. TC though, he does not have an Aegis this time. Will go taken down. Anti-Mage in the mid is just taking that one. Now Morphling buys back, though he'll be able to be back very fast as he does have boots of travel, but if it's gonna be worth it, I don't think so. Anti-Mage's getting a double kill, and it looks like Awoke still wants to go for the darks here. Vacuum there, will clear out the trees, will make sure he's able to back away, but here comes How. There's the roar, just a defensive roar. Sunstrike will still hit, but just will make sure that they are able to get away from that one. Roshan still 2 minutes away. Roar going off on the darks here. Morphling back into all of this. Will try to get a kill, but he won't be able to do it just yet. They have to find that initiation on the Anti-Mage. Without that, TC being turned into a piglet. Vacuum there. Vacuum's all over the place, actually. How? Wow, there goes How. There goes the disable, and he does not have a buyback this time. This might be ending badly for TongFu. Here goes the Venomancer, gonna try to run away. He doesn't have a buyback either. If he gets taken down, he won't be back again for long. Awoke being chased down. Is gonna try to TP out, won't be able to do so though, gets killed up, double kill for the Morphling, and he TPs to the base of the Radiant side, that is. He wants to go for this tier 4s, there goes the tier 4 tower, wants to go for the next tier 4 tower, and this might very well be GG. 70 seconds without an Anti-Mage, and what is the Venomancer, Rubik, and the Chaos Knight gonna do for us? The whole team of compLexity here once again.
Very little. There is nothing they can do. compLexity, against all odds, against the ridiculously fun Anti-Mage, have won game number 3. Holy crap, what an exciting game. That was sensational.
I really thought that TongFu was turning it around. They killed off TC and he bought back and he didn't go straight in again, but then they chased it down and then there was TC again. And then that was a bit of a too long chase. I feel like they should have just backed off after winning that team fight. So killing off TC once and forcing out the buyback, of course, because they got that part.
Well, compLexity go through to the round of 8 where they meet CLG. TongFu, they put up a hell of a fight. I thought they had that game number 3. I thought they were going to manage to take out compLexity, but it wasn't to be, Sheever. It just, oh, man, that was a crazy game.
Yeah, and this was also one thing that we have to point out, I think, because it was on the Singapore server. So compLexity were actually slightly at a disadvantage. So just for all the you know, ping haters out there, you can win if you're at a disadvantage for the ping.
Well, that game was it came down to a game of strategy. It was the actual individual play. I mean, the reaction and stuff wasn't really the deciding factor. It came down to the counter push of TongFu versus compLexity trying to force the fights and just who had buyback, who had to use their buybacks, and it was a very intense. It was just on the edge of the knife, and it was insane. compLexity find a way to break through.
Yeah. So best out of 3, 2 for compLexity, 1 for TongFu. Thank you again for letting me cast this match. My name is Sheever. I am a GoDZ Gamers caster. You can follow me on YouTube on SheeverGaming, so YouTube/SheeverGaming. God, do you have any shoutouts? Anything you want to still get off your chest?
No, not much. This was, as Sheever mentioned, I do owe her huge thanks for streaming this game. You guys as well tuning in have Sheever to thanks, as there were 2 games going on for the Beyond the Summit World Tour at this moment, so big thanks to you, Sheever, for actually stepping in and streaming this. I'm, of course, GoDZ. I'm also a GoDZ Gamers caster. Sometimes I stream over the Beyond the Summit channel mostly, and you can find me on Twitter and Facebook at GGNetGoDZ. So thanks everyone for tuning in, and thank you, Sheever, for streaming.
Yeah, thank you for having me stream, and thank you for tuning in. So I don't think there's going to be any more matches up, because there was just 3 matches today, and all 3 around the same time. And that's it for the Dota 2 scene today.
compLexity hopping right into another game for the defense.
Oh, that was straight after. Okay. So for people that want to continue watching Dota, you can probably watch that at Toby's for another game of compLexity versus who? Versus the one that won or that lost?
CLG. They're up. Oh. That's the winner bracket finals for the defense. So the winner of that is in the grand finals, and well, I don't know what. I think second place is like €3,000 or something. So it's a big match.
It is a big match.
I think it's 5,000, 3,000, 2,000 is the breakdown for the prizes there. So winner bracket finals, both teams will get top 3, but it's top 2 for whoever wins it, possibly even that first place prize.
Well, then I would suggest people to watch that, because that sounds like it should be a very good match. So yeah, outro time. Here we go. It's also outros, and of course I will have the VODs up on my YouTube later. And for people that want to watch it again, is it still gonna be? It's still gonna be replay casted as well, right? these matches?
Yes, I
Yeah.
think I don't know if they'll be doing all 3 games, and they're waiting on the replays to be available, but I think they'll be doing the replays over on the official Beyond the Summit tournament stream.
Yeah.
I'm telling them they have to do Game 3.
Yeah, they should.
I don't care what they have 2 games, but you guys do Game 3, otherwise, well, I don't know, I'll be upset.
Yeah, it was a great game to watch. Much attention. The typical anti-mage morphling showdown.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Anyways, I'm going to be heading off. Thanks so much, Sheever, and
Yeah.
it was a pleasure casting
No
with you.
problem, and thank you too. And thank viewers later.